students, Mr. Velumani Tamilarasan and as well as Nelson Nicholas, the domain of IoT, and they have been taking the project title of Baby Monitoring System with the guidance of Mr. R. Suresh and the trainer from final year, Mr. G.B. Kribanidhi. Mr. Velmani, you can take over your session. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hi guys, good afternoon one and all. I am Velmani Devendran from second year, Department of CSE, and my teammates are Mr. Nelson Nicholas and Mr. Tamilarasan. Our team mentor, Mr. R. Suresh, Assistant Professor of Department of CSE. Our supportive guide, Kirbanidhi from CSE, final year. Our project name is Baby Monitoring System using IoT based. The introductions of baby monitoring systems. In modern days, parents are very busy in their work, so it is becoming very difficult for parents to take care of their babies. Our project helps it detect the baby motions, crying, and also room temperature using hardware components. If any abnormal activities are found, then the systems make a call to the parents. In own project, in our project, we are using monitoring system babies. It is inexpensive and simple to use. The domain my project domain is IoT. In our project, we are using Internet of This as domain, which describe the network of physical object things that are embedded with sensor software and hardware technologies. The purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other device and system over the internet. Problem statement. We planned to make the system for the Indian families who were busy with their work schedule. They often miss to take care of the babies. That is the reason we are making this IoT device to reduce the busy people's workload. The system monitoring the babies, and in case of any problem, that will be informed to the parents or who are the guardians. Our idea. The main goal of our idea is to assist mother is doing their daily basic work even when they are far from their babies. Our idea is used to by the mother to take care of the babies in their in the homes when they are in any busy work. If uneven activities are found around the babies, then our idea will make a call to the parents by the using GSM module.
Let's see the components required for this project. As we know that every IoT related projects has two main components. One is software component, another one is hardware component. We done this project based on Arduino. We use Arduino IDE as software component and coded with the embedded C. For hardware component, we use Arduino Nano, one of the variants of Arduino. We use the PIR sensor for baby movement detection, Arduino sound module for baby cry detection, moisture sensor for detection of baby's diaper moisture, DHT11 sensor for detection of baby's temperature and humidity. For communication purpose, we use GSM module. Let's see the algorithm. For the very first step, give a power supply to the Arduino Nano board. Then only the program will start execute. Every Arduino code consists of two main functions. One is void setup and another one is void loop function. In void setup function, we set up all the sensor pins based on digital and analog readings. Followed by void setup function, void loop function will start execute and re-execute again and again until the Arduino board power off. In void loop function, all the sensors are read the values one by one in loop manner. If any conditions will become true, then the call will make to the parents. After the power off Arduino, the program will execute. See the flowchart for this process. First, the program will start and the initialization of peripherals. All the sensors will connect to the pins based on the digital and analog. The sensor read the values one by one. If any of the condition is true, then the call will make to the parents. After the call will make, the whole process will reset to the starting state. Let's see the demo for this process.
Hi guys, let's see our project, baby monitoring system. In our project, we are using IoT as domain. Let's see the components. We are using Arduino Nano for this project and a moisture sensor, reduction of moisture, PIR sensor, reduction of baby motion, temperature sensor, DH11, Arduino sound module for cry detection, and GSM module for making call, baby alert. Let's see the moisture sensor. If moisture reduction occurs, the call will make to the parents. Let's see the motion detection. If baby moves continuously for 20 seconds, then it considered as an alert and the call will make to the parents. Otherwise, it's considered as a false detection. Let's see how it occurs. If baby cries continuously for 20 seconds, it will consider as alert and make call to the parent. Otherwise, it will consider as false detection.
Feature enhancement. Sensor can be configured to capture and analyze infects steps. So to determine their moments more efficiency using various machine learning techniques. Future we can add it to this device such as rotating toy and sound detect to detect sound of baby could be added to enhance the system features. Set of a LCD, OLD and with interact with baby Viva video calls. Advantages. The main motto of our project whenever the parents are busy in at work, they cannot able to take care of babies. So our project can help monitoring baby activities. The systems consider all details required for care and protection to the babies. Design of smartness and innovate it comes to uses of technologies which is include IoT. Conclusion. A baby monitoring system over IoT has been designed and fabricated to monitoring baby visual parameters such as crying detection, humidity, temperature of baby. The finishing prototype was tested by using mobile phone with a baby crying ringtone when mobile phone ranging for few seconds. Assumed that baby was crying due to detect sounds. It is very useful for working parents and hospital to take care of babies.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunities to work on such as innovative projects. Special thanks of head of the department support and my team drained support. My team reached where today. And I could also like to thanks my dear guide Mr. Kirbanidhi and our organizer Mr. Karthikeyan, Mrs. Gayatri, Mr. Anderson from final year. Thank thank you all.
Okay, so I had something like it looks good, means the idea of protecting kids and all, but it looks good as an idea. But when you can see that moisture detector, right? Uh, it is where will you install that? Like because it is quite a little big and a little bit of pointing as well. So is it feasible to install nearby a kid?
Yes, sir.
So where are you supposed to install that?
It's near the baby, sir, where the normal baby is sleeping.
Okay. Want it to be harmful? Like,
Sir, none of this sensor is harmful to the baby.
No, no, I'm saying about physically it might harm. You can see little bit pointed and all. That's what. So it will be near the body of the baby or below some bed or something.
It's not in touch with the baby, sir. It's near the
Yeah.
baby.
Okay. And the heat sensor you mentioned that you will be using that. So what you will use for that for?
It's for temperature detection and moisture
Okay.
detection.
Okay, so that you can get the idea of whether the kid is suffering from fever and all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, it looks good then. That's all from my end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tech Challengers. Now I'll invite Dream Cracker, Miss Abhinaya R, Miss Hemalata R, Miss Deepika S, and Miss Anita to explain their project High Blick Detection.
Good afternoon to all. Welcome all to Arunai Ideathon 2.0. Our team mentor is Mrs. G. Shobha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. And our team name is Cracker. First of all, I would like to introduce me and my team members. I am Abhinaya from second year Computer Science Department and I am the team lead of our project. Followed by me, my teammates are Deepika, Hemalata and Anita. Without any further delay, let's get into our project. Our project is anti-sleep alarm under the domain of IoT. We will see about what is Internet of Things, how does IoT machines observe objects, and how does IoT machines objects. Here, data is a system of interrelated computing devices. Mechanical and digital system consist of web-enabled sensor communication and AI actions. We will see on highways during night occur due to drivers' poor vision caused by continuous exposure of their eyes to the light bright from the headlamps of approaching vehicles. The poor vision is due to exertion of the visual pigment in the eyes. Drivers. Between the 2013 to 2017, there were a total of 4,111 fatalities were my colleague Deepika.
Let me see our idea to solve this problem for drowsiness drivers. This anti-sleep alarm circuit keeps you vigilant by sounding intermittent beeps and emitting flashing light so as to remind you that you are safe, save the humans' lives, and move the society healthy. Next, we will see about the hardware component of our project. First one is Arduino Nano. Arduino Nano comes with a crystal oscillator of frequency 16 MHz. It is used to produce a clock of precise frequency using constant voltage. And second one is relay. Relays are electric switches that use electromagnetic to convert small electrical stimuli into larger currents. These conversions occur when electrical inputs activate electromagnets to either form or break existing circuits. Third one is eyeglass, a device for keeping awake a person that is about to fall asleep is proposed, comprising a pair of glasses with a frame that has two arms, at least one sensor for detecting the movements of an eye blink. Fourth one is eye blink sensor. The eye blink sensor illuminates the eye with infrared light and monitors the changes in the reflected light. The infrared light reflected from eye is used to determine the results. The sensor output is active eye for eye close and be given directly to microcontroller for interfacing application. Fifth one is buzzer. If the driver is going to sleep, then the eye blink sensor sends the activity and sends information to buzzer and then buzzer sounds. Sixth one is mobile battery. And at last, seventh one is gear motor and a 9-volt battery. Now the session is carried by Hemalata.
Next, we will see about algorithm for anti-slip alarm. Imagine a situation where a person is driving home from work dead tired after facing all the challenges of the day. His hands are in the wheel and foot on the pedal, but suddenly he starts feeling drowsy. His eyes starts shutting and his vision blurs, and before he knows it, he is asleep. Falling asleep on the wheel can lead to serious consequences. There may be accidents and people may even lose their lives. This situation is much more common than our notice. Hence, it is very important to counter this problem. So, address this issue, we can come up with a driver anti-sleep alarm device. This system alerts the user if he or she falls asleep at the wheel. Thereby, the high blink sensor senses the driver drowsiness and the sensor sends the data information. The Arduino Nano should process the sensor data and check the mode of process activity of drivers. If the driver is in normal mode or sleepy mode, if the driver is in normal mode, no buzzer sounds. Else, if the driver is in sleepy mode, the buzzer sounds on and indicate to the driver and slow car suddenly to stop. Next, we will see about flowchart for anti-sleep alarm. First of all, the image should be processed by the system. The face should be detected and tracked by the sensor. If the face is not detected, again goes to image processing. If the face should be detected and then eye should be detected by tracking and then check the driver's activity. If the driver feels sleepy, the active warm alarm. If the driver is in normal mode, no buzzer sounds. Let me see the demo of our project.
Countless accidents due to drowsy drivers and feeling sleepy while driving could cause a hazardous traffic accident. However, when driving alone on a highway or driving over a long period of time, drivers are inclined to feel bored and sleepy or even fall asleep. Therefore, we came up with an idea and successfully developed a sleepy detection and alarming system which could effectively meet this demand. If the driver feels sleepy, the active warming alarm sounds. If the driver is in normal mode and no buzzer sounds.
And check whether the conditions and no mechanical data update for fatigue measurement. Next, we will see about the advantages. Anti-sleep alarms do more than simply startle or worse by alerting them if they start to nod off behind the wheel. It can implement on another way, that is, anti-sleep alarm has the major advantage that it has a timer and it helps to many fields and can be used widely according to the need. Anti-sleep alarm is an application to keep car drivers awake. It can also be used in any other situation when the driver need to stay awake.
Idea and successfully developed a sleepy detection and alarming system. Alarm device could effectively demand. Thank you so much.
These main security issues in the cloud, data security and integrity is believed to be the most difficult problem which could limit the use of cloud computing. In fact, access control and key management are all issues involved in data security. Next slide followed by my colleague Preeti.
In hosting static website, our ideas are static website is built using only HTML and CSS and does not involve scripting. To change the content that appears, source code needs to be edited directly. Static websites are very low cost. It provides high levels of reliability. It requires almost no administration. And low scale to handle enterprise level of traffic with no additional work. Static website drivers HTML, JavaScript, images, videos, and other files to our website visitors and contain no service side application code like PHP or ASP.NET. The main aim of our idea is to make website global in minute. ASW is our service provider of cloud computing. Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable cloud domain name system web service. In this project, we are using the domain called cloud computing. The practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. Simply put, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services including servers, storage databases, networking, software analytics, and intelligence over the internet, the clouds, to offer faster innovation, flexible resources, and economics of scale. Types of cloud computing. It is subdivided into three types: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Infrastructure as a service. It is a cloud computing offering in which a vendor provides user access to computing resources such as storage, networking, and servers. Platform as a service. It is a cloud computing model where a third party provider delivers hardware and software tools to user over the internet. In this project, we are using software as a service. It is a software licensing and delivery model in which software is licensed on a subscription basis and is centrally hosted. Software as a service is also known as on-demand software and web-based or web-hosted software. Now, next slide is forwarded to Ms. L. Priyadarshini.
Let me explain about requirements of hosting static websites using a cloud computing. Cloud computing service providers. Cloud computing service providers are companies that establish a public clouds, manage private clouds, or offer and demand cloud computing components like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. There are many cloud service providers in the market: Amazon Web Service, Micro Azure, Google Cloud Platforms. AW Console Login Root User. If you think I am a user, sign in a page. Choose sign in using a root user email near the bottom of the page. This returns you the main sign in page. Next, after create IBM user with process, the user can sign in a AWS management console. Then root 53 for hosting a zone creation. You can ask how to do I create a hosted zone on root 53. If you are new to root 53, choose the get started under a DNS management. Choose create hosted zone. In created hosted zone pan, enter the name of the domain that you can want to route traffic for. For type, accept the default value of the public hosted zone. Choose create and create your records as well as your choice. Free norm. Free norm. Free norm pricing start USD 6.95 as per year. To, to register more domains in one transaction, use Freenom API and then S3 service for storing websites in bucket. Amazon Simple Storage Device, Amazon S3 in an object storage device offering industries. S3 is capable of storing device and generally unstructured data, but it is also suited for a hierarchy data and all kind of structured information. The Amazon S3 stores data as object within the buckets. By default, you can create up to the 100 buckets in each of the ASW accounts. Source code of HTML and CSS for static websites, food lover websites. The website is based on a food lover websites. And then next slide is algorithm. Creating a bucket by signing in AWS console and enter into the S3 service in the name of DNS. Placing the static website source code in S3 bucket by making a publicly accessible with bucket policies. And then to hosting the website, enable static websites hosting under some of the properties. For create hosting zone, enter into a S3 root S3 service. Freenom create a techillusion.tk is a website created and namespace merged into a root 53 service it host it. Created website and namespace are merged into
Route 53 service to host it, and the website name is technician.tk. Demo will be played at last. Now the following slide forwarded to Ms. Shivaranjani.
Let us talk about future enhancement of web hosting. Now we are living in a digital world where every business has their online presence. So there will be only increase in demand of hosting business in the future. Engaging is the place where all of the reports of our site page withstand. Doubtlessly, the home of our site where it really lives. A fair producer to consider this is expecting the space name was the space of our home. By web enabling us the ensured house that addresses spots. So the future in our project I want to see is one where there's a sound rivalry among numerous suppliers of web facilitating, offering a scope of simple open source bundles like WordPress and so forth to people. The future, I fear, we may get all things being equal, and the future will Facebook and so forth, or striving to bring us is the future where the vast majority imagine that FB and so on account is all they need that will require Facebook to keep expanding the scope. Next, we will see advantages of web hosting. Low cost. Low cost is one of the biggest profit of using web hosting because we are sharing our server with another user, and the provider is capable to make profit and provide cheaper service. Server resource and no share. When you choose a hosting provider, you get full resource of single server. Don't worry about another website login. With a dedicated server, we can be sure that the bad script running on another website won't slow our server down. Outstanding technical support. If we are providing products or services through our website, then we realize the importance of timely and helpful to customer. Simple to use. If you are familiar with the fundamentals of Windows operating system, then using a Windows server is a great option. For those who are new, then Windows web hosting, since there is no need to learn the language completely. Now we are play our demo video.
The dark service S3 53. So now we can see the S3 management console. We can create a bucket. Already I created a bucket which is techillusion.pk and it is publicly accessed. Once we enter into a techillusion.pk, this the process and we can give public access and the bucket policy available globally, and we can see it is a publicly accessible. This is the project. What I would place the bucket in Tech Edition and the properties. First we can enable static website hosting. So the website will publicly accessible and we are hosting through a S3 services. Now just entering into a static website hosting and enable a service S3. First we need to give a index HTML, that directly takes index HTML page and it will post. So once we can take the process, we will get some link which is known as S3 endpoint. By using the S3 endpoint access our own website, but our main motive is to host when using separate domain. So we are going to purchase one domain in free now. Sorry, website where I purchased domain techfusion.pk. There is one opinion to manage TMS. How there is a name service. Before this name service, we need to integrate our Route 53 with the freedom so that we can make our website publicly access. Now, the Route 53 service, while entering into the Route 53 hosting zone, in this hosting zone, we need to make the value address. There is a 4 records. There are completely 4 records based on that main service. So that row freedom and row memory integrated as a host zone. Next, we need to create some records to be available for a hosting zone. Now we can edit this record. Here we can select S3 website endpoint because our concept is S3 only. So once select this, we need to select a region. The region in Mumbai. We hosted our website in Mumbai region only. Then if we click here automatically S3 endpoint static website will come here. So we select and we can save this. What will happen in our Route 53 posted zone will get integrated in a Freenom website what we purchased. So our tech illusion will integrate it with Route 53 posted zone. So this website will get hosted using AWS service, and AWS is also integrated with S3 bucket. Static website of domain. And if we are going to use this technillusion.pk, since it is publicly postable, static website is a food lover. It's the kind of application where we can order food. Our technillusion.pk application is based on fully food lover. This is our static website. So you can see now this is the basic website and it is globally available. Why we are choosing AWS is there are making it globally limit and pay as you go pricing. We can reduce our pricing timing as well. That is why we are going into a cloud and future the cloud only is depends on.
Thanks for Mr. Karthikeyan and Mr. Anbarasan, Ms. Nega for guiding us, and also special thanks for HOD for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Using Amazon S3, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So suppose we want to store our data, how it will store there? Means how S3 stores the data of our website.
Sir, in cloud.
Okay, yeah, that means it will be storing as an object or something. That's what I was trying to ask.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what will be the scalability of the project? Like, can we put, if in future if I need to suppose you have made the website for food, right? So in future,
Yes,
if
sir.
the items are increased, so is it more scalable or not?
Yes, sir. It is scalable.
No. So do you have any idea means up to what extent, like?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that's it, right?
Thank you.
It looks good. So this is the only thing you means food website you guys have made, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. But how many things you have added there? Like I could only see the main page, that home page I could see. Are there any extra things in that or?
No, sir. S3 services are Route 53. This is the main thing.
That's what means you have created the website, right? A static one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
there is the only that is the only page which you were showing in the demo. That was the only page, or we have any extra page also?
No, no, sir. No.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
It's good. Yeah.
Thank you, Team Tech Illusion. Now I invite Team Anonymous, Mr. A.T. Ashok, Mr. Chandru V, Mr. Ajay Dev MS, Mr. Ashif S. to explain their project Smart Gloves for Blind Peoples.
Good afternoon, one and all. I am Ashok, second year department of CSC. First of all, thanking you all for giving me an opportunity to be a part of Ideathon 2.0. Our project name is Third Eye for Blind People. Our team mentor is Ms. K. Sahita Priyadarshini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. Our guide who gives us support and help us to implement the project is M. Gayatri, final year, Department of CSC. I would like to introduce our teammates Chandru, Ajaydev, Ashif. Domain IoT as a domain. The Internet of Things is a system of interrelated computing device, mechanical and digital machines, objects or people that are provided with unique identifier. The ability to transfer data over a network without requiring human to human or human to computer interaction. Next we see the next slide. Problem statement. Blind people are facing a lot of difficulties in their daily life. Most of the system which is used by blind people are having certain problem for carrying, and the major drawback is those need a lot of training to use. The one of the advantage of the innovation is it is affordable for everyone. The major problems are white can. White can is a stick which is used by blind people. It may be break or crack easily and difficult to carry. Other smart devices and trained dogs are too much expensive and need a lot of training to use. Followed by me, my teammate will explain the further topics.
Our idea, we innovated the third eye project for the blind people. This device will help the blind to navigate without holding a stick, which is a bit annoying for them. Blind people can simply wear it and they only need a little training to use it. We designed a wearable device which is based on Arduino board with ultrasonic sensor. The device will notify the user through sound beep when it detects obstacles. The beeping rate is increased and decreased by distance. Next slide is the hardware component which are used in our project. Arduino Uno. It is an open source microcontroller board. The word Uno means one in Italian and was chosen to mark the initial release of Arduino first software. Next, ultrasonic sensor. It is an instrument that measures the distance to an object using ultrasonic sound waves. Next, we say about buzzer. It is an electronic device that is used to make a buzzing sound. And we also use jumper wire, gloves, HW battery, and converter. Next, we see about the software. Arduino IDE is a software which contains a text editor for writing code, a message area, text code console, a table bar with button and common function and services. Next slide we will continue by V. Chandru.
Let's see the algorithm step by step. All the sensors are connected by Internet of Things. Then the ultrasonic sensor is fixed with Arduino board properly. It is a calculating the distance of object. The buzzer is given the alert sound. If any object appears, inform the sensor. When the object comes closer to the module, then the buzzer sound will be increased. Otherwise, if the object moves apart from module, the buzzer sound will be decreased. If there is no object in front of the module, the buzzer will automatically get stopped. Now we are going to see about our project in Flowchart. Entity by starting the program, we need to execute which is by send ultrasonic sensor on the path. If the ultrasonic sensor detect any object in front of it, it calculating the distance and start to make sound. Now let's see the demo.
The components used in our project are Arduino Uno board, PC open source platform that can be used to design various electronic projects. Ultrasonic sensor that is used to measure the distance to an object using ultrasonic sound waves. Buzzer. Components used in our project are Arduino Uno board, PC open source platform that can be used to design various electronic projects. ultrasonic sensor. This also measures the distance to an object using ultrasonic sound waves. This electrical device that is used to make a buzzing sound is connected with filament of air, external battery, connector, and gloves. All the components are connected properly. Now, this is the working of the project.
Now, a blind man wearing our gadget in his hand and moving forward suddenly person cautiously walking towards him. Ultrasonic sensor detects that it intimates signal to blind man using buzzer to make him alert. Likewise, door, tree, object found closer to him, it always helps to take diversion. This is how our project works.
Future enhancement. Now I am going to discuss about our future ideas that we are going to implement in our projects. The entire project can be made in from jacket need of the smart device are the too much use of this facility designs boards in high quality ultrasonic sensors provides faster response. We make the device capable of working even in crowded environment. Advantages: the design time is low. Other smart devices are too much expensive. The pandemic situations almost follow the social distance for safety. This This project used to maintain social distance. They occupy low space than other system. The system is applicable for both the indoor and outdoor environment. The space and power consumption is less than other system. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for this opportunity. Any queries?
Yeah, I like the fact that you have also mentioned about social distancing. That was good. Yeah. So one query that so how much distance? Suppose how much distance will it if a person is against a wall? So for how much distance it will start beeping? What will be the actual
50
distance?
centimeters, sir. If you want, you can
50
change.
centimeter. Yeah. So you will be changing in the code, right? That you have written. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what will the sensor that will include the width, right? Or only the length? Got it.
Sir? Yes.
The width, I'm saying that what will the width? Suppose the length will be 15 centimeter. What about the width?
The width will be
No, because suppose some person is passing
20,
nearby
sir. 20.
20. Okay. Okay, it looks good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Team Anonymous. Now I invite Team TechLink to present their project title on Smart Plus. Mr. Bhaskar Chaundar, Mr. INR R, Mr. Yuva Ganesh Dev T, Mr. Afzal Hussain S.
Shivani, can I know what is the domain that you have been working now?
Sir, it's RPA, robotic automation, process automation,
That's
and
what.
Group is a tool I'm working on.
Yeah, that's what initially you have been working, no? When you started your career in robotic process
Right, sir.
automation. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Shivanyaka. Welcome to Ideathon.
Thank you.
Shall we start, sister?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Bhaskar Jore. I am from second year computer science department. Our team name is TechLink. The project name is Smart Plus. Our
team mentor is Mr. S. Mohan Rangan, Assistant Professor of Computer Science Department. The team members are Afzal Hussain, INR, Yo Ganesh Dev. Now, what is called now the domain which you are going to use IoT. What is called IoT? IoT is nothing but internet connected objects that are able to collect and transfer data over a wireless network without a human interaction. Now the next slide, the introduction. Smart glasses are the small computing devices which are worn in front of eyes. The display can be moved usually with the user hand, and the view of the display will be independent to either his or her position and the orientation. There are three different paradigms of alter the visual information and variable previews. The three paradigms are virtual reality, augmented reality, diminished reality. The augmented realities are a future scope should be done which you are going to do in the future. Problem statement. Generally, while we are in riding, while we are riding or in any busy work, it is very difficult to monitor a phone every time. Nowadays, the people answering the call while they are riding, and it leads to the accidents. To avoid this, our smart glass is going to solve this problem. The next slide is our idea. Our idea will display time, notification, calls, and mail in front of the eyes virtually without reaching the phone every time. The smart glasses can also be used regular lenses. Our idea will adapt the surrounding situation, no matter where you are physically located and where she is or her is looking. Now, my friend Afzal is going to take our.
Thank you, Doctor. See the first slide. Arunai Ideathon. But you see what are the components are there? 0.9 inch OLED display is displayed to show the time, date, notification, remind, phone calls. HTTP 0. Bluetooth model. It is a major role that can be established the connection between phone and Arduino. Third point. Arduino Nano. It is the brain of this project. It can help to control all other components. Battery with capacity 600 mAh battery. It can give the power supply to the whole project, especially display and Arduino. Here we use the software knowledge Arduino IDE. Using this software only we implement the program knowledge and the Arduino board to coding knowledge. Next slide. Flowchart. The connection between mobile phone and the Bluetooth is established with the help of BT server connection. When the BT connection is on, then it moves to left side, goes to Bluetooth, which connected to Arduino Nano. And the Arduino Nano is connected to OLED display. Then the OLED display shows the output on glass display. If BT connection is off, then it will be executed to tables. Next slide. Next slide, continue with Mr. Yoganesh Yadav.
System architecture. In system architecture, the battery is connected to the Arduino Nano and OLED display, and power supply for the Bluetooth is given from the Arduino Nano, and remaining connection are given as per the architecture what is displaying on the screen. Next slide. Future enhancement. In future, by using mobile machine learning, we can update the smart glasses that will help the blind people to understand the object name and colors. We can also add sign language recognition for blind people. We can also implement the smart glasses to blind assistant glass to guide the blind people. Next slide will be continued by the INR.
Advantage. Lower operational cost. It enables real-time access to various information and data, enhanced productivity, reduction in routine tasks or those with no added value, remote in service inspection. We go to conclusion. Smart glass allow technician to receive step-by-step visual prompt to help accomplish tasks such as assembling, repair or maintenance procedures. And this it seems that wearable smart glass has good scope for the development as well as the contribution in many application areas. The head-mounted display also coming and for technicians to validate the action to ensure that every step was correctly executed. Most advanced smart glass system can automatically provide information about a target in sight, such as a product in hands, information about scenery, and even facial recognition of a person coming towards. The user can communicate with the system, for example, with the voice, signs, or finger sweeps. Now let us see the demo of our project.
Now let me see what are the process. From secondary section, try our project topic smart class, topic of the domain IoT. Now let me see what are the components we use. Of course, smart class. USB, we are connecting our project to the laptop. Now let us see the component connection. Our project smart class. Through USB cable, we are connecting our project to the laptop. Now let us see the components. The antenna it is connected to the Bluetooth module. Now the connections are established. The connections are connected. Now the IoT devices are connected to the class. If you have any queries about my idea, you may ask.
Okay. Yeah, that was a nice demo actually. Um, One doubt, like, is it voice enabled or have you given the voice over later? Like in the smart glass, did it read the mails or were you seeing it in the video?
As we have given, but because of some network issue, we are unable to show it proper.
Okay, so it was voice enabled, right?
So I didn't understand.
The smart glass is voice enabled, right? It is automatically reading the emails.
Yes.
Okay, fine. And your future enhancements was also nice, like including sign languages and AI as future enhancement was also nice ideas. That was also good. One more thing I wanted to ask is like, how efficient is this rather than using the smart glasses which are available already in the market?
The main thing is low of cost
Okay.
and
And any advantages like specific in this?
If you have advantage, you mean if you can, anybody can write.
in future we have many ideas to implement this idea.
So you mean in future we have ideas that is not being in like implemented already. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's nice. It was a good demo.
Thank you, Temple TechLink. Now I invite Team AI Technician, Mr. Aditya Muralidharan M, Mr. Gokul R, Mr. Dinesh M, Mr. Loga Tamilvanan S to explain the project Voicelab.
Hi, good morning to one and all. I am Gokular from Team AI Technicians. First of all, I want to say heartful of thanks to our college for give this wonderful opportunity. Let me start our project presentation. Domain. There was a lot of domains in nowadays. We choose IoT as our domains because IoT is a technology that can easily understand by any kind of peoples. The Internet of Things IoT describes physical object with the sensor processing ability, software and other technologies that cannot and that connect and exchange data with other device and system over the internet or other communication networks. It provides communications between software and hardware. It also provides easy interactions between human and systems. It connect and transfer things and data. It done all the above activities through internet, IoT, Internet of Things. The applications of IoT is used to develop smart cities and smart homes. Smart homes, the home appliance like light and fans, locks or can easily access by internet from anywhere, even if you are rest of the home. It is more important to make things place smart. Let's start our ideathon idea. We choose voice door lock as our project. We have lot of difficulties and a lack of securities in normal door lock system. Next, the problem and the difficulties faced in locking system and what our idea help to overcome from it is explained by our team lead, Mr. M. Aditya Muralidharan.
We know that nowadays the security is one of the major concerns of any individual and organization, and over a year with an advancement of technology, all individual wants security and privacy to secure themselves for environment. A traditional way for unlocking a door is through the use of physical key. To open the door, turning the doorknob, it becomes a problem or losing the key or some trouble in a lock. A common biometric technology that are being applied to various kinds of failure. For instance, an individual's finger can be injured and also security pin also hacked using various tricks. In case problem like missing keys, if any trouble in lock, it get difficult to us. IoT also provide biometrics like fingerprints. There also lot of chance to lose our fingerprint. It is difficult to us to process. Moreover, it is a worse of people with physical disability. For instance, they want an extra aid or support for someone else. Bring to light the voice recognition block device that overcomes the problem in the above problem statement. Using our voice door lock, they can easily access it out without any acceptation of others' helps. Provide security through voice is more easy than our using physical keys. Voice lock device is the easy access of door lock for people who are physically challenged. User doesn't get panic after they lost their physical key. User doesn't panic after they forgot to lock the door. It can be accessed from anywhere, even they are rest of the place. Normally, people are get panic when they lost the physical key or forgot the loss of key. Using our idea overcome this problem by access the door lock from anywhere. Hardware components and software components used for this project. First one, Arduino UNO. Arduino UNO is a board. It is the first board used for USB cable support, and Arduino USB port COM3 is used to connect Arduino and the system. Servo motor is used to instead of electrical motor because servo motor act as per our wish, and it also rotate clockwise as well as the anti-clockwise. Bluetooth module is used for connect the Bluetooth from Android app to connect Arduino. Breadboard is the main one. It is used to connect all components using the jump wires. Battery is used to power supply for all the components. Software component, Arduino IDE 1.8 1.19 is used for compile the program and give the output. Arduino Bluetooth controller Android app is used for install any app from the Android and connect the Bluetooth of Bluetooth module. Next, Logo Tamil explain flowchart and algorithm.
Let we see the process of our Voicelab device with the help of flowchart and algorithm. First of all, we check the Bluetooth connection between Bluetooth module and Android app. Now we will see the algorithm. Check the Bluetooth connection. If the Bluetooth is not on, just on the Bluetooth. If the Bluetooth is on, next connect the door lock Bluetooth and then give voice command to the device through the Android app. Connect the voice command to the Google Voice Service. If not work not found, check the command. If connect, convert voice to text. Next, go to the control. Give the input command from the Android app. If the input is valid, door lock for lock command and unlock for unlock command. If the input is invalid, then check the program and retry the process. Next, now we will see the flowchart. Check the Bluetooth connection. If the Bluetooth is not on, just on the Bluetooth. If the Bluetooth is on, then connect to the door lock Bluetooth. Then voice command to the Android app using Google Voice Service. If no means work not found. If yes, then convert voice to the text by controller. Then valid input is yes, where door lock command for lock the door and door unlock command for the unlock. The valid input is on, then end the process. Next, Dinesh will explain the advantages.
Future enhancement. The future enhancement is increase or improve or the improvement the quality or value. Build up more security, build up more security and protection. The build up develops the increment and promote the health and the strength.
security or secure the networks and the databases. The changing manufacturing process such as robotics and the printing. More user switching is a single device module used in a site which are needs more security like banking army. Advantages. There is no issues even if user lost the physical key. Enhance security. There is no physical change person to open and close the door. Save time without automated task. Applicable for kind of security system.
It is the overlook of our project. Next demo.
Hi, this is R. Google from AI Technician. We done the voice door lock for Ideathon 2.0 organized by Arunai Engineering College. Let me see the components for Voicelab. First of all, this is the breadboard used to connect the components together by using jump wires. This is the 5-volt battery used to give power supply to all the components. It is Arduino UNO, which is the brain and heart of our project. It is servo motor. It is used to lock and unlock our doors. Instead of electrical motor, we use servo motor because it rotates clockwise as well as the anti-clockwise, and it works as per our wish. This is the Bluetooth module. Recognize our voice and control the Arduino UNO. Door unlock. Door lock.
Finally, I wish to give words thanks to our HOD sir, Dr. Jojesh Kumar sir, to providing this wonderful opportunity, and our mentor, Mr. Amit Raj sir, and a special thanks to our college final year brothers and sisters who all are helped to complete this project, and my friends who are all spend their priceless time to listen our project. Thank you for all.
Okay, so that was a nice demo, and yeah, I had a doubt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are we storing a particular person's voice, and are we validating it, or can it accept any voice and it will be translated into text?
No, ma'am. Only the given input voice only is access, ma'am.
Okay, so I can store the voice, and if I play that voice, so it will accept, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so that is a disadvantage, right? Okay, then how are we validating this? I think you mentioned something global service, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you mentioned it is used like we can lock or unlock the door from anywhere, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There
We
is
can
no
access
range.
from anywhere, ma'am. No, ma'am. In futures, we develop it from anywhere from the rest. Even if we are rest from home, ma'am.
Okay. And one more thing, in the initial stage, like you mentioned, many disadvantages of traditional locks and biometrics, right? Like, what will happen if the user has cold or something, his voice got damaged? Then what will happen to the voice lock?
Ma'am, we store their voice and you access it from the storage voice, ma'am. Recorded voice.
So anyone can access it, right? Again, that is a disadvantage.
Yes, ma'am. There was any technologies are also have a disadvantage, ma'am. But we only keep the password safe, ma'am. Our defense is safe, but it is difficult to access, ma'am.
Okay,
Other
right,
the
got
doors using pin and fingerprints are can easily access, ma'am. But voice is much more difficult to access compared with pin and uh, fingerprint lock, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
In futures, we reduce that, ma'am. Reduce that disadvantages.
Okay, great.
Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that was a
Thank you,
nice
ma'am.
demo. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Team AI Technician. Now I invite Team Sigma Site, Mr. Abdul Rahman S, Mr. Kishore R, Mr. Akash Kumar M, Mr. Anva Priyan D to explain that project data leakage detection.
Hello everyone, I am Abdul Rahman from second year CSE department, and our teammates are Kishore, Akash Kumar and Anbu Priyam. Our team mentor is Mrs. D. Kartika, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering. We are here to propose the idea of data leakage detection. This comes under the domain of cloud computing. The cloud computing is a network of servers connected using the internet, and it main is to the share information, resources, and the software. The internet acts as an invisible cable that connects everything. This includes all physical and virtual servers. The problem statement to the world regularly depends on the transfer of information. The data sent by the distributor must be secured and confidential. The data entered, access, and read by any of the users will lead to data leakage. The distributor cannot blame the agent without any evidence. The project identifies the agent who leaked the data with enough evidence. Myself, completed by Mr. Kishore.
Hi, myself Kishore. I'm going to take the topic about our idea. We represent the algorithm for distributing objects in a way that improves the chances of identifying leakages. When sensitive data has been leaked by agent, it will identify the agent that leaked the data. Data records to further improve our changes of detection leakage and identifying the guilty party. Now we are going to see about the prerequisite.
There is XAMPP server. XAMPP is a free and open source course platform web server solution stack package development by adaptive friends cascading mainly of the Apache HTTP server MariaDB database and the HTML server. The hypertext markup language is a standard markup language for domain document designed to the displayed in a web browser. CSS cascading style sheet is a style sheet language used for describe the presentation of a document written in a markup language such as HTML. PHP server. PHP is a general purpose scripting language generally forward web development. JavaScript. JavaScript is used by programmers across the world to create dynamic and interactive web content like application and browsers. SQL. SQL is a domain specific language used in program and designed for managing data held in a relational database management system. These are the servers used in our projects. The section will be followed by Mr. R. Kishore again.
Now we are going to discuss about the process. The admin will have the data with him. The user will send the request to the admin to share the data. The admin share the data to the user in accordance with his request. To process, to open the required data, the user need to credential. The required credential is sent by the admin. The third party or intruder who is unauthorized to access this data try to access the data. The admin will get the notifications of unauthorized access and the admin fight the intruder. Now we are going to discuss about the flowchart data. The admin receives the request for data. The data has been shared by the admin to the user along with the required credentials. The intruder try to misuse the data by entering the wrong credentials. The admin will be notified to unauthorized access and find the intruder. Now we are going to see the demo video of this session, data leakage detection.
First of all, we need to log in into this account. So we go into the admin panel and choosing the account admin@gmail.com and copying and pasting the email ID. You have to want to the left part in the edit details. Here we can edit the details of the user and the password. Next of all, we are going to the send files. In the send files, we can send the files from the user to the another user, like distributor user 1, user 2, or other user. A new in now we take the subject from the choosing file. Now we will see the how to choose the file from by clicking a key request is used for when the request come from a user to know what a file is requesting and who sent the request and the size and the status of the file, whether it is a request is accepted or not accepted. and the confirmation of the date and time we have sent it. Now we are going to the send file. Is this an option that we can see what we are sending to the other users that that is uploaded in the file. Now we are seeing user registration panel. In the user registration request, we have an admin panel like a new user, and we can make the user as a make distributor or make user, and we can deactivate the account. And we have leaker, and this is an option that we can see what type of data is leaking and who is leaking the data and by which he is leaking the data, and the data file will be shown in the table, and this is known as data leakage detection. And we can also detect the data, what type of data is leakaging, and the user who is leakaging the data. Option of file sent by another, we will see the data who is sent it to us. For example, I am user 1, the another one is user 2, and the user 2 is sent it to me. That we can see in the administration dashboard or file sent by me, and we can proceed to download the file data which is sent by the other user. And now we are going to log in into the account user 1, and the password is 12345. And by signing in, now we are going into the login dashboard of data leakage, and there is the same file, the editing send files, key request. In key request, we can see the requested or coming. We can share the key or decline the request, and the send file by me is usual to. We can see the send file sent by me, and the file sent by another account. We can see in the another account sent the file to me, and we will going to take a short example. Here is the user 1, and we are going to send a file to user 2. Now I am going to log out from this account and log in into the new account as user2 at gmail.com, and the password is 12345. By signing into the user2 account, I am going to the user1 account and sharing the file. In send files, I am going to send a file to user2, and I am going to take a subject as an example as a testing, and the file is chosen as a random file from the desktop, and we have a text file, and we are randomly choose this file and we open it, and we are choosing the ctalmora@png.com. They are sended. You can see the file successfully sended. I'm going to file sended by me, and you can see the file is sended successfully. You can see the subject testing, and you can see the file name, and you can see the file size, and who sent the file, user 2. Now going to key request, and you can see the subject data leakage system, and now going to refresh the page, and now we are going to file sended by another, and as you can see the user 1 is sending the file to user 2, and you can see the subject testing, which is we are sending. Who is the sender? User 1. And here we can send the request when we are download the file. The proceed to download, in case we proceed to click the proceed to download, it will show you enter the secret key to download a file. Please assume I guess key 1221, and I'm going to download the file. The file also download, and the secret key is the thing that it will detect as we are a leaker. In case we are assuming the way and download it also, and it will show us an invalid secret key by the admin. Now we are going to the home page. After of all, we are going to a file sent by another. By clicking the option, the file sent by another user, you can see the user one sent it, and I'm going to send a request to user to request a OTP. And the secret key is request sent. You can see the successful request key sent. And now going to the localhost data leakage admin or PHP, and you can see the request is subject testing. And you can decline the option of share key. The decline is known as share key is declined. The share key is known as you have to share the key. And I click the share key, and you see the successfully shared secretly. And I'm going to refresh the page, and you can see the confirmed tag. I'm going to second user, and refreshing the page, and the file is sent by another. You can see the sender user one, and you can see the code. The secret key is received. Now I'm clicking proceed to download option. Now the secret key we know that 9156. Now I'm downloading and I'm clicking the download option, and it's also properly downloaded in the desktop. And I am saving the file is downloaded successfully as a proper way. Now you can see this is known as data leakage detection system, as you can see. Thank you.
Data leakage, fusion enhancement, the previous model data, the leakage of the data, we can enhance the ungiven security of the data along which leakage detection more advantage and effective algorithm and method to find the data leakage effectively. Data along secured can be enhanced to handle the record in an online fusion. Advantages: use can to lock and unlock file for secure product agent data for misuse.
By detection of leakage, the data can be prevented from the misuse and can avoid the bad consequences.
And finally, thank you for HOD sir to giving this wonderful opportunity. And Assistant Professor T. Karthikamban, and our class, and our college senior. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that was a long and nice demo. It was nice, like it has been developed as a website, right?
Yeah. Pardon?
It has been developed as a website, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One thing. Where are we seeing the leakage details? Like, who can see it? Is this admin or the person who is sharing the files? For example, you showed that user one is sharing the file to user two, right? Will the user one will be able to see the leakage details or the admin?
Ma'am, for example, I'm user one and you're user two, ma'am. I'm sending you a file, and only you have to request me as a OTP or a secret key, and I will send you a secret key. If you dial a wrong secret key, it will detect as a leaker by the admin, not by the user, by the admin.
Okay.
That's how it works, ma'am.
Okay, so only the admin has the details. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What will happen if one user is sending the files to multiple users? For example, if I want to send one file to 10%, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
You are saying I will not be able to share it to the 10%. I can share it only to the one at a time, right? and
Ma'am, at a
one
time
credential will be shared.
yes, ma'am. At a time you will send only one person, ma'am.
Okay, so if I want to send it to the 10%, then it will be 10 times. I have to share it 10 times.
Yes,
And
yes, ma'am.
in 10 times, will I have different credentials or it will be the same?
Different, ma'am. Like
Okay, so I have
like
to
they are
share.
receiving OTPs from bank, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sigma side. Now I invite Team Coding Ninjas, Mr. Selva Bharati VI, Mr. Rajesh S, Mr. Meghanathan B, Mr. Radha Krishna B to explain their project polling system.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I'm Raghav Krishna from the Department of CSC and from the team Coding Ninja. I'm here to explain about our project polling system using blockchain. Online voting system, also known as e-vote system, is a source with automatic and electronic calculation of votes with immediate results. It has a friendly user interface and enables voters to cast their votes in few simple steps. Now let us move on to our blockchain. Blockchain is a system in which a record of information are maintained across several computers that are linked in peer-to-peer network. Blockchain is a type of shared database, differs from a typical database in the way that it stores information. In blockchain, decentralization refers to the transfer of control and decision making from a centralized entity to a distributed network. Thus, blockchain technology is most simply defined as decentralized ledger. It is used to produce online voting system mainly because of their end-to-end verification advantages. Now let us move on to our problems faced by our current voting system, which is electronic voting system. There are several controversies associated with these electronic voting machines. Most of the electronic voting machines used in the country were foreign manufactured and they can be used to influence the election results. This system is very much time consuming and slow. It was the major type of electoral fraud found in India. It is also a machine based process. Further descriptions about our project will be discussed by our teammate Selva Bharati.
Hi, I'm Shivani from the Department of CSC. Here I'm going to explain about our project idea. Our teammate is explaining our problems that we are has been in our method. So we are suggesting the online voting system. We develop an polling website through the blockchain. Then the voters can cast their votes through the online mode. It is intended to speed up the voting process and count the voters. The disabled and the high grade voters can cast their vote easily through the online. We can also avoid the long term process of the old election system. The result can be published fastly by the administrator who are organized the election. Now we are going to the next slide. The prerequisites of our project are that there is no hardware that we are required to implement our project. We just need any smartphone or device that we are convenient. Software that we are required is to develop our code is just we need the platform called VS Code. The language that we are required to develop our code is for the front end. We need hypertext markup language called HTML and the CSS for the backend. Which is for our developing the front end by using the Mango DB. Now we move over to the next slide.
This is the flow of our project. First, water Gantt. As your host.
Hi, I am Rajesh. I am here for explain and run the demo of our project. Now, now we going to the code of our file. Here is the code of the file. We open the terminal from here. Then enter the command of yarn start. Then it started to compile the program. Yarn is an run software packaging system developed by the Facebook for the Node.js runtime environment. It's an alternative to the npm package manager. Now the local host is created in our browser. Now we create a new poll in this local host. Now we creating an account. From the near crypto wallet. From the help of the SS from an email. After it will send a code to our email. We want to enter the code to verify our account.
ஏன்டா இதுக்கு போன வேற ஒரு இதுல தானே போறோம்.
Here we creating a new poll. We already created this polls for testing that. First we creating this poll in testnet. For then testing this poll system. After the completion of this system, we can implement in this system in this main Ethereum main network. Go to the poll. From here, we can log in here from the main test network we created as a admin network. Here we created the poll. From here, two candidates are here. We can each candidates have the vote button. Voters log in their crypto wallet from the local host. Then after putting the vote of who are preferred to vote, then after the admin will see the result of that at immediately. To vote this system, each voter should have an crypto wallet. For future enhancement, we will add an to verify the voters from the Aadhaar and eKYC. That's all. It's our demo. Thank you.
So validation you are doing only with email or phone, or how you are validating the users?
Ma'am, we validating the users from in our project from the account of near there's an crypto wallet, ma'am. They enter their datas and they own a wallet, ma'am.
Right, like we are creating it, right? Multiple accounts can be created for a user with different mail IDs.
Yes, ma'am.
Then that won't be used for a polling system, right?
Yes, ma'am. For this, for this project we use for the account only, ma'am. For future enhancement, we add the other verification to store the voters details, ma'am.
Okay, where will it be? Like, we'll be storing it somewhere and you're going to validate it in the future. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And any other ideas for the future? Like polling system other than this?
Then it's an safest and immutable system, ma'am. So no one can hack and change the result of the vote. And adding
Okay.
biometric system also on future enhancement, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And is this scalable? Like, can multiple people vote at the same time? And like, if you can see, if we take it as a polling system for our country, it will be a huge number, right?
Yes, ma'am. In our country also, they are implementing the blockchain voting system. Yes, ma'am. In 2 or 3 years, they are also implement that.
Okay. Fine. Yeah,
That's all,
it's
ma'am.
good. Yeah, it was nice demo.
Okay, ma'am. Next, Meghanathan will say the future enhancement.
Hi, I am Meghanathan. Now I am going to discuss about our future ideas that we are going to implement in our projects. Online voting system is very essential for future generation. We are trying to implement some of features to insert in our projects like secure store data. We are going to store the data from the user safely and securely, then reliably verify identities. As an government authorization service, voters register in Uport can be used this service as a third party cast vote. This platform can verify a voter's identities and absent voters requests and securely cast votes. Here we step on to the advantages of online voting system. There no way to link a particular vote to a specific voter's. Blockchain-based solution can increase the speed of vote and decrease the risk of human errors. Also, fraud by reducing human intention in the voting process. This type of method is very useful and easier compared to the old voting system. The result can be verified easily and faster to declare to the voters. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivani, for your presence for this Ideathon 2.0. Today, the students, those who have been available, or the secondary students, I think they done some initiatives, and I appreciate some of the 2 or 3 projects which I see over. One is Raspberry Pi, maybe in morning session, and another one, the class, the what you just see over on your presentation. So, what is your input?
Yes, sir. Like the projects whichever I saw, their demos were actually good, very good, and yeah, they were able to explain everything, and they had analyzed the things. That was a great thing, actually. It was nice, sir.
Okay, thank you, Shivani, for your presence and make your times to avail over this particular. Let me know about your input on each and individual project. Let me have a discussion with Amit also, because morning Amit has go for one or maybe I think 5 projects has been reviewed by Amit. So we will have a discussion at evening session regarding which will be the one of the one we can take it to the next level, as well as one of the team we want to take, at least 2 teams we want to give it an appreciation. So that we will discuss in the evening session. Thank you, Shivani. Have a time.
Sure, sir. Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, students, for your patience and the work that what you done today. As a department of CSE, we appreciate your thoughts and as well as the dedication that you done it. And also thanks to the faculties to make the arrangements, and as well as the final year students, those who have been intentionally carried out on today by accompanying with the second years and guide the students in the right manner and make the team to be available in the proper arrangements and with the proper presentations. So I congratulate the final year team members, those who accommodated over here to make this to be in the progressive manner. Thank you all. Thank you.